بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
What will happen between the different wars that are going to happen, like between the Romans and Persians, prophecies that came true, right? How water, sweet water and salt water touch but don't mix, even though he had never been to a place where a river and a sea met, right? How there are waves underneath the ocean, underneath the water. He wasn't a diver, right? How the universe goes in a what they call mizan, in a solar system, in a balance, right? Everything floating in its own orbit. How could he have known that? Impossible, right? Linguistic miracles, right? Other miracles like that. So when you find that, and you find it that it was preserved, like there's only one Qur'an. The Bible, you will find many types of Bible. The Qur'an, you only have one Qur'an, no matter where you go. How you doing? I like the hat.
Thank you.
2020, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Nice. All right. So there you realize that this religion isn't just like another made up money making scheme. Like we're out here, nobody's paying us. You know, we're not taking donations, we're not out here getting paid. This is the truth, right? And we can challenge that. Like I'll show you something, right? I'm sure you're well read, man, I can tell. But this is the Bible, right? The Bible that they give us and push on us everywhere, right? Let's look at this. Solomon had 40,000 stalls of horses for his chariots and 12,000 horsemen. 40,000 chariots for 12,000 horsemen, right? Solomon had 4,000 stalls of horses and chariots and 12,000 horsemen. You see what I'm saying? You know how those corruptions happen? Is because man edited and revised and changed, and that's why the Catholic Bible has a different number of books, has more books than the Protestant. Which one is the true Bible of Jesus? Book that we've been here, and you can watch our videos, we've challenged every Christian, Jew, Protestant, Catholic, find us one contradiction. I'll show you 100 right now. I got a mark. You see all these little tabs, right? Show me one in the Quran. They can't show us one. This is why the Quran, and you got to take this as a gift from us, right? Such a book that, and I'll give you this right here as a gift first, right? Scientific miracles, linguistic miracles that a man, and this, I mean, this is illogical, could not have known, impossible. Let's say somebody guessed, right? Nostradamus, oh, a lion will rise from the east or this or that. Okay, your guess will be right once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. How are you going to guess 100 times and get it right every time? That's just, it's mathematically impossible, numerically impossible, scientifically impossible, right? So then you got to say some divine source was giving that knowledge, not an earthly source, because nobody on earth knew these things. Nobody around him knew these things. Nobody had done research on how a child develops in the womb of the mother. The Qur'an explains it in great detail. There's a scientist, look him up, Dr. Maurice Bucaille. Maurice Bucaille. He was a French scientist, right? I'll get you his book later if you want. He was an atheist. He set out to disprove religion. Right? So he went to the Bible, found all kinds of, the age of the earth was incorrect, all kinds of scientific errors. He presented it, got standing ovations. He's like, you know, I'm on a roll, I'm going to take the Qur'an on, right? Learn Arabic, research the Qur'an. He couldn't find a single contradiction in known scientific facts, not theories, but facts, and what was in the Qur'an. And he said, you know, it's impossible. And he wrote a book, it's called the Bible, the Qur'an, and Science. The Bible first, because that's what he searched first, the Qur'an and Science. Dr. Maurice Bucaille, you can get a PDF free, I can get you one. Right? He became a Muslim. Why? He said it's impossible. As objective scientist, an atheist, he said there's no way this couldn't have been from divine source. Right? So now you tell me, you know, and I can tell you're intelligent, you're well read, you know, what do you think?
On
Islam.
On Islam?
Yeah.
I've already gone to the point where it's not that I don't believe it or anything about it, because I've already knew it, and I was already open. I was always taught, even in Christianity, you're not there to force something on somebody.
Agree.
You were there to say what you have to say.
Open the door.
You don't want to accept it. That's
of course.
And I was always told to be open to understand, and then I went into science.
Nice.
I engineered myself.
Good.
So when I looked at things, I was like, scientifically, this is not really possible. Like when I tried to look up the creation of the earth.
Right.
When think about it, I would have to parallel it to the Big Bang itself.
Sure.
To say that this was already in creation, and then it says light was there before the sun.
Right.
I was like, light can be there before the sun. It doesn't have to be the sun. It's light.
Exactly. Yeah. And you go in the universe, you find all kinds of light that's not from the sun itself.
And then you understand certain things like that, and then when you understand the development of the earth and everything like that, but then there's other things that I contradicted. But at the end of the day, I was told not to believe this because it is only a guide, and you should not listen to it fully. And that's what was told to me about the Bible. But it's a way to live at certain principles.
Nice.
There's a principle about it. So I think even doing what I did with Christianity, mainly just being drugged along to church and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I still believe there's more out there. And then I went into visit Islam.
Nice.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farooq.
Right.
And then definitely Muhammad Ali.
Nice.
And then Malcolm X and everything. But I always looked at it like this. What was the difference between Malcolm and what was the difference between Martin Luther King?
Right.
One was Christianity and one was Islam. And then I looked at it and it's like it's so much of similarity.
Right.
One was different because one was perverted.
Yeah.
So you played that system. When you played that system,
MLK.
you came back and had a lecture.
Yeah.
And you had to tell us like I was wrong.
Right.
Those certain things. But at the end of the day,
Malcolm kept it real.
It's always been in my culture. It was always
I
been
feel you.
with my people and everything. And then I got to the point where now I'm at the Moors. And then I look at it, it's like the Moors is Islam.
Right, that's where Muslims came
there.
from, right?
And
Moors,
look at West Africa.
Yeah.
That's where we came from.
Yep.
And then there were already people who looked like us over here.
Yep.
I'm not
Muslims,
But
yeah.
that's the thing. I was looking at it. All the exploration that was done before anything that was Roman or European hasn't been explained.
Yep.
It hasn't been told yet. So
I mean, even if you look at the Pope and his writings, if you Google it, during the times of slavery, he said God created man in his image, and God's image is white because Jesus was presented to be, even though historically that's historically incorrect, right? But that's the thing, we've been brainwashed, right? He said, so if you buy and sell black and brown people, it's okay because they're not humans, right? So you know that's not true. Like, you know that Christianity was used as a tool to enslave not just African Americans, but the South Americans, Philippines, Manila. The word Manila comes from Min Allah, an Arabic word, because the Philippines was Muslim, and they were brutally conquered by the Spanish and killed and enslaved and forced into Christianity, except for Mindanao that's kept it real.
Is it like the word melanoma?
Right. So
In the Greek for how we get melanin.
Right.
The word melanin because it says dark or black.
Right.
That's the liquid tumor for that for melanoma.
So it's the same thing if you look at the root words, right?
Yeah.
Min Allah, Manila today is the capital of Philippines, Min Allah, right? Which was an Arabic word meaning something from Allah as a gift, aman Allah, or a piece from Allah, or actually being from Allah. The Filipinos that were there, they were Muslims, but the Spanish came, they killed, they massacred. They got everybody except the southern part that kept fighting, Mindanao, that's still fighting, but they kept their religion. And if you go to Guadalajara in Mexico, Guadalajara, Wadi de Hijara is from Arabic. And there was the Arabic influence here before the Spanish, right? So, but that history's been kept from us. When I went to school, Columbus was introduced to us as a great hero. He discovered America. Well, what do you mean he discovered America? Was it lost? Weren't there people, like I come to your house and I'm like, I just discovered your house. You're like, bro, I already live here, right? So.
That's the thing with me, it's like for me.
How you doing?
I was like,
You come and ask about it? We can talk about it. All right.
Like for me, when you talk about Christian, so you mean the West Indies?
Right.
Or you talking about the original people that
But even if you look,
the name from?
even if you took the West Indies, or even if you look at, but there's already people living there. He didn't discover, unless you're talking from a European perspective, Columbus didn't discover anything, right? If I come to the first time I go to Arizona, I can't say I discovered Arizona, it's mine. Well, no, the people live in Arizona, right? Right? And that's the thing with Columbus and the colonization of, and not just here. People did the same thing in Africa, they did the same thing in India. The British went everywhere, East India Company, you know history and you know what happened, right? But what I'm talking about is from a religious perspective. Like, what do you believe? Who created us, right? I believe there is one creator. He's not a man, he's not a woman, he's not black, he's not white. He created. You believe that? You got the same belief as me there, right?
Yeah.
I believe that creator didn't just leave us with nothing. He sent guidance, right? Books of guidance, like the Torah, which was the Old Testament with Moses, the Psalms of David, which was called Zabur, to the Dawood alayhi salam, the Injil, which is called the Bible, which is to the Prophet Jesus. And all three of these were divine sources, guidance, but they were corrupted through time at the hands of men, as we see today. You believe in that?
Yes.
I believe there's a final testament called the Qur'an, which you seem to believe in as well, which was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad and has been preserved without corruption. You believe that? See, you have the Muslim belief. You're already Muslim in your heart, right? This is it. See, you've already read. Your whole life has prepared you for this, right? All the experiences you went through, Allah was guiding you, right? Now you're here, right? You believe in Jesus, you believe in Moses, you believe in Abraham, right? They were real people, they were prophets, not sons of God, but prophets, right? You agree? You believe the Prophet Muhammad was a prophet at the last of them, the one the Qur'an was revealed to, right? You're a Muslim. You're a Muslim. You feel me? You've already got it right here, right? You're too smart to be fooled by these, deceptions and things like that. You've already read enough that you know the corruption here, you know the honesty and truth here, right? So, what's keeping you from saying the Shahada, man? Go for it. We don't force the religion on anybody.
Yeah.
Like you said, we're here to open up a door for you to go through, to learn. But as advice from me, research will never end. I research still today. I have a library at home. I read, continuously. How you doing? New hat, huh? New hat.
No, I've been wearing this.
Oh, it's a different one. The last time I saw you, you had a different one. This got 2020 on it.
Yeah, this was MAGA hat.
Yeah. So that's the thing. All of this research, it will continue. We say you study and research from the cradle to the grave, right? And I don't want you to ever stop reading and growing and learning, right? But what I want you to remember is, look, life is something that ends. You don't know when you will die. Like, I don't know, I could be driving home right now, have a heart attack, get hit by a car. And if you don't leave this earth without having professed that belief, you're not going to have made it to the goal that you were getting to. You see what I'm saying? So I'll tell you what, why don't we do the Shahada today? You just say it. You already got the belief. You continue your research. We'll research together. It's up to you. It's not like we're trying to force anything on you. You already got the belief. I already asked you. You already confirmed it. Shahada is just verbalizing it. Take your time. You have a Qur'an?
No.
All right, well, there you go, man. Take a Qur'an. You got to read this, bro. And then you got our address. Look us up. Come by. Have some tea with us. Have some food with us. And we're ready whenever you're ready, man. You feel me?
Thank you.
All right, bro. Good to see. What's your name?
Drew.
Drew? All right, Uthman. All right. All right, brother.